working? Am I alive? Am I alive? I hope so. I really want to know if this shit is working. Okay, hold on, let me. Cause I really want to fucking. I ain't mean to do that, but whatever. Why is what's up with this? Where's my face? Oh, okay. It just has it. Okay, all right, there we go. Oh, okay. It just has it. Okay, all right. It's okay. It's okay. I just had to be patient. That's all. I just had to be a little patient. All right. Now let me. Okay. I want to figure this out real quick because hold on. Open a new link. Okay. Hold on. Go live. Later date. Wait, what? What the f- I'm so beyond past the point of confused at this point. Go to streamer software, yeah. Okay, why is this? Why? What the fuck? Alright, I can't use the one from today. But I will. Hold on, let me. Control C. Control V. Control C. Control V. No. Can I copy like all of these? That'd be nice. Oh, I can. Fuck you. Beautiful. Where's that one fucking option? Next. Oh no, none of that's supposed to be. Next. Fuck it. Start that whole knot, right? Done. Okay, so is okay, here we go. Vert. No. Yeah, vert. Right? Is right? Did I do it? I don't know if I did it. I don't know what's happening right now. I don't know how this works. I don't know. Oh, now can I? Okay, hold on. Asa. Well, how? Okay, we just do this. All right, watch this. Hold on. Where's? Oh, get the, modify. It's the exact same shit. What the fuck? What how? I don't know how this works. I'm gonna figure it out though. Okay, stop that. What this is? Oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing. I'm trying to get the vertical thing. I'm trying to see how to do the vertical stream. Let's see, record vertical stream, all vertical outputs. What? Start. Like on here, it don't tell me if like if it's connected or what the fuck, you know? I'm very, oh, I'm confused. Ooh, I'm so confused. Okay, I'm gonna try again, hold on. It's an unexpected error has occurred when trying to connect to the server more. Okay, so it's something wrong with the server then. But it say excellent connection. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. This makes no sense. Am I gonna have to delete this? I feel like I'm gonna have to delete this. Hold on. Modify. Get the. Hold on. I'm gonna figure it out. Let me see. Modify. What's up?
Don't you just have to go into shorts and start live?
Well, nah, because it's like it's through this OBS shit, but when I go to the vertical when I go to the vertical one to try to look at the settings. Okay, user main OBS settings, streaming enabled. Stream hotkey. Okay, I ain't got no stream hotkey. Maybe I gotta. I'll tell you one thing I'm not gonna do is in this stream to fucking figure this shit out because that's counterproductive. I feel like.
Yeah. Are you watching yourself?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why isn't it? Hold on. Okay. Go to history and watch the video I just watched. Just to go back to multi-stream. Hold on, man. Oh, that's probably smart. Hold on.
Once you get to your stream dashboard, we need to create a new stream key. So to do this, click on the drop down and just click on create new key. And from here, you can go back into OBS, head to the 8 live, you can change it to public. Once you get to your stream dashboard, we need to create a new stream key. So to do
Yeah.
this,
Okay, yeah, I know about this part. But am I? Oh, is it? Okay, hold on. We just closed the toggle window if you like. This shit so weird. Like, okay, now I say a duplicate stream. Okay, so I'm gonna go to vert. Man, fuck this video, bro. Unhelpful ass bastard. That's what he is. A bastard. All right, I'm gonna try this for like 2 more minutes. I'm over it. Delete this shit and keep it pushing. Oh, maybe I gotta click go live on here. Oh, let me see. Nope. Cause that's not. Nah. All right. Well. All right, let me close all this shit and then the way that shit really don't matter because it's unlisted. You can't see that shit anyways. All right, Karens. Let me get this shit the fuck off my screen. Bow. Shut, motherfucker. Okay, my bad. All right, get out of my face. All right, let's watch this hag of a woman get yeah. They not. Fuck them. Is she breathing in? Bitches. I hope so. And that ambulance needs to chill out. It's definitely resisting. Wow. Oh. The bitch was drinking at work. Some people aren't smart. Hey, hello, how you doing? Nope. Nope. Why don't we just get to the business and be like, hey man, why are you asking all these goddamn questions? These redundant ass questions. Is that the right word? Redundant? Hopefully. Oh shit, y'all probably can't hear this, can y'all? I'm tripping. Hold on. No, let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right. Let me get right. What the
Mom's more delusional.
Right, there it is. Y'all can hear it now. My bad.
I mean, so it's my understanding that terminated your employment here at the Chevrolet?
Well, what's confirmed is that I need to have someone pick me up.
You guys officially asked her to leave the property?
Yes, we did. Her mom was on the phone.
Okay, bet.
After I
Yeah, my
called.
mom
You late.
said that she was on
You
the
late.
way.
Her mom said she's not coming.
You late.
No, let me put my mom on speaker.
You need to leave the dealership now.
By refusing to leave, she's only making things worse for herself. Her employer has every right to call the police as she's now trespassing on the property. If she doesn't leave, she could start to rack up a serious number of charges, but she seems to believe she knows better than the law.
Okay, so I asked my mom to come on the way.
Your mother told me she's not picking you up.
So what's my mom's name?
I don't know. She was on the phone.
We're telling you need to leave. You're gonna be trespassed.
So I can't call my mom and ask her to
They
pick me
don't
up?
want you to use their phones, okay?
So I can't ask my mom to come pick me up?
Hey, can you hear the wind from my fan? You ought not be able to,
Mom,
but you might be
this is
able
my
to.
mom.
The girl then calls her mother and talks to her in Spanish, explaining the whole situation. But before she has a chance to hang up, the cops decide they're done with her games and decide to move in to arrest her. However, as you might expect, this Karen was about to do everything she could to make things as difficult as possible for them.
Okay, I've had enough. We're going outside.
Are
We're going
you
outside.
touching me?
Let's go outside. We've asked you to leave. Let's go.
Grab your purse.
We're going outside. Time to go outside.
I will pick myself up, but don't touch me.
Okay, let's go outside.
Okay,
We've
let me
asked you
grab
to
my
leave.
purse. Let me grab my purse, but do not touch me. Okay,
Outside.
but my lip gloss.
Bitch, you should've just stuck with purse. Your purse is in your hand, isn't it?
It's time to go. That's
Don't give a fuck. Why'd you get so aggressive just now?
We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
Bro, stop! Stop!
Oh, bro.
This is resistance.
I'm not resisting. I'm literally
You're
innocent.
resisting, woman.
I'm innocent.
This could have been super simple and you could have just
Not
left.
in today's
Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Purse,
No, no, no.
stop. My purse. That's my purse.
drinking, my dear. Pretty strong.
You know
Not
what,
my
you
problem.
guys? The whole company's gonna be sued. Come on, take me up, bitch. Take me up, bitch.
Well, you could have just left like.
I wanted to leave. Fuck this.
Stop moving around.
I don't give a fuck. What? I'm in law school. I have a clean record.
Okay, but like we said, you could have just left.
I wanted to leave. I tried to leave. They
SpongeBob
wouldn't
thing.
let
That's
me.
SpongeBob.
It didn't seem like that.
I'm sorry.
Take
that shit
this
hurt.
shit off of me before.
They're not coming off.
Her threats to sue the company are pretty baseless, especially as she was later charged
And my
with
back.
disturbing the peace, trespassing,
Everything
and
hurt, man. I'm
resisting
sick of this
arrest.
shit, bruh.
You don't have to be drunk to try and escape from the law, as this next suspect shows us, when she finds herself on the run with nowhere to hide.
You gotta back up. You keep running up on me. You slammed a girl.
On July
Did she
12,
deserve it?
2022, a reckless driver began to
It's not
cause
a punch.
chaos
It's not a
in the
punch.
streets of New York, leading
not- it's-
several
it's
people
not-
to
it's
call
not a punch.
911. The suspect's vehicle was soon spotted by
It's
the
wrestling, that's all.
NYPD, and an officer
A little bit of
decided to pull
wrestling.
it over and question the owner before things got any more dangerous. But the officer wasn't prepared for what he would be faced with just minutes later.
I'm doing good, guys. Yeah, I got my, what you call it, title and everything for the bike.
You need a license
Put it
plate
over
for
there.
about you can order
I forgot.
We're doing, you can see on the DoorDash thing and everything. I can use the bike for DoorDash. I'm picking up a delivery right now.
You can't have this on the road.
Wait, it's on the sidewalk. Yeah, it's a 49cc though.
Doesn't matter. If you're using it on the road, you have to have it registered to New York State.
Do you have any paperwork for it at all?
Yes, I do. I can show you right now.
I can see your license.
Yeah.
Nah, shorty.
Reckless
me a
drivers
cop
can
shot,
come with
I
a
did.
punishment of 30 days in jail, but that's only if it's your first offense. If you've been caught out before, then you could spend even longer behind bars. But it appears reckless driving isn't the only problem here, as the bike the driver is using for her delivery job has no license plates. There are many ways the driver could have dealt with this situation, but in classic Karen fashion, she started to argue with the cops and seemed determined to finish her deliveries.
I don't understand. I'm doing Uber Eats. I'm doing a job. She has a license.
You were driving this.
Yeah, but I drive it too.
Yeah, but she was driving.
I'm about to show you my title to the bike, sir. I'm just trying to.
I understand, man, but
I
you
don't
need to have a
understand. I'm
license.
doing a job.
Clearly, the driver wants to get back to work, but the problem is
that's too
if
damn
she's
bad.
driving without a license, then she could be facing a further 15 days in jail.
Damn.
She needs to prove that she has
15
a license
days?
to
What the
drive,
fuck?
but instead, she makes a crazy decision that would land her in a lot of trouble.
Main question is, there's no
She gonna
driver
run.
on the
I bet you she run. I told you. She ain't dumb as fuck. Ooh, she's stupid.
Stop! Why you trying to take my bike? Come on, I'm doing it. Yes, I'm not. I'm sitting there. I'm not sitting in the bed.
Under arrest. You're under arrest.
I'm not sitting in the bed.
It's
That
frankly
looked like
hilarious
resisting.
that
That
this
arm right there,
entitled
that
woman
arm
was
looked
trying
like
to claim
resisting.
that she wasn't resisting arrest
It
while
doesn't look like it.
simultaneously running with her bike, writhing on the ground, and pushing away from the officers. She's already gotten herself into a terrible position, but she could mitigate the damages by just producing her license now.
Very
But
true.
instead, she chose to play it the hard way.
Yo, sister, loosen up. Loosen up. Sister,
Loosen up.
And it's not
Loosen
long
up.
before bystanders try to get
It's not
involved,
normally what you
making
hear.
an already tense
Loosen up.
situation even worse.
But they also.
back up. Don't touch me. You scared too?
I'm scared?
Yeah, you scared too?
You gotta back up.
You gotta back up.
You gotta back
You
up.
keep running up on me.
I'm not running up on you.
Keep recording me.
You don't need to be.
He slammed a girl for no reason. He slammed on the floor.
There was
You're
a
not
reason.
from around here. You're right in our
However,
white neighborhood.
I mean, she didn't. To be
This
fair, it wasn't
bystander
a
is
slam.
making
It was
some
a
pretty
very
bold claims, but the suspect
loose
was
hip
trying to
toss.
escape, and police in New
Slightly.
York are authorized
Like, look,
to use
loose.
physical force
Little
when they
loose.
need to
A little
arrest
loose
someone,
hip toss,
prevent
kinda,
escape, or
right?
defend a person or property from harm. Tensions were high regarding cops in New York around the time of this arrest, so it adds an extra level of stress for the arresting officer.
Touch me, I'ma sleep you. I'm not her.
You attacking as a female. Don't worry about it. Because my uncle's a cop. I told
Don't
you
got
I'm
nothing to do
doing
with nothing. Your
Uber
uncle can't do shit for you.
Not run. It's not a run for no reason.
Because he's telling me I need a license. I don't have a license for the bike. Plus, I'm not right.
You're resisting. You're
Oh, you stupid. If you, first of all, look at the cop.
She has
Look at the cop.
just
Look at the
admitted
cop.
to not having a
Look at the cop.
license
That
for
cop
this vehicle,
want to
but
arrest
suggesting
somebody.
all she could
Like-
do was run is definitely the wrong move. Although the outcome of this case is unknown, this driver could be facing a hefty
He's so
fine and
happy to
even
do it,
prison
too.
time for driving without a license and resisting arrest. Lying to a police officer is never a good thing, but
Her
gets
dumb ass
even
decided to try
worse
to run.
when
What
you're
the fuck?
supposed
How
to
you
be
gonna
the
try to run front.
responsible one.
Your bike
Just like this
off. You
elementary
couldn't
school
get it
teacher
on.
who's
If
about
you could
to
have got
find
it
out that
on, or if
lying
it was
to
like
the cops
already on,
comes
that'd be
with some
different. But
serious
your shit wasn't even on.
consequences.
Legal standpoint,
What the
I'm gonna
fuck?
go ahead and make the arrest.
So you're gonna arrest her and take her from here?
Again, there's two ways now. You can view an arrest as she goes to jail,
Hey,
or
look,
I can
mama, can I
cite
get
and
that
release on her
food?
own
Hey, look, mama,
recognizance,
can I
provided
get
she's
that
got
food?
somebody
Please,
that's sober
please,
that can
please,
come
please,
and take
please,
possession of her.
please,
In just a
please.
couple of weeks, there were multiple incidents of drunk teachers getting out of control in the classroom
Damn, what's
in
up with these teachers
Oklahoma.
getting
One of
fucked
those
up?
cases was when a teacher named Jennifer showed up to her class in September 2023. Before the first bell even rang, her colleagues knew something was wrong, and they could smell the problem a mile off.
How you doing from there?
They can smell it.
Double
Not
second week.
smell it.
So what's going on today?
Not smell it,
They
Jennifer.
said they had reports where I was drinking at school, which is never happened.
When was the last time you had anything to drink?
Last night,
How much did you drink?
just a glass of wine, nothing major.
All right. Well, would you be willing to submit to some tests?
How big was that
What I'm gonna
glass?
do
Cause
first, I'm gonna
can't
check you for HGM.
can't
This is what's called stabbing
excuse me,
levels.
can't oh god. Excuse me. Can't that like what in the shit? Hold on. Don't the average wine glass hold like a bottle? Like the little skinny bottles worth in it? Or was that like TikTok magic or YouTube short magic or something? I don't know. Pretty sure I saw
The
that.
standard field sobriety test is the go-to method for police.
Okay, that's
and
fair.
although it's not always accurate, it can help police determine if a suspect is under the influence. Normally, we see these tests performed at traffic stops, but this teacher is about to get tested in her own school.
I don't know if she's drunk or not, but her body looks
See that
drunk.
right there? Okay. I want you to follow this with your eyes and your eyes only. Don't move your head. You understand? Okay. Sit back, all right. Try to keep your head as straight as you can, okay? Alright, this is what we call our portable breathalyzer machine.
Depending on what type of
It's a
breathalyzer machine the Oklahoma police use, the test can be accurate to within 0.01%. So lying about how much you've drank before you take one is not a smart move.
You don't have to take the test, but this again would be your opportunity to prove this.
Sure.
Okay. You willing to take that test?
Yes.
Okay.
I haven't had anything today.
Well, if people have had a really good one on the night before, it can carry over into the next day. But if you had one glass of wine last night and you didn't have anything else after that, one glass of wine isn't going to carry over into the next day.
Yeah, it's not. She definitely should have said she drank more than that, cause she should have lied. She gonna breathe in, cause she's so fucked up. Watch.
Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
Okay, okay, no, she's not. Okay. Ooh.
I don't even know what that
0.06.
is. That
You are.
She's under,
the legal limit.
but she's still
So if you are
intoxicated.
driving right now, you would be charged with DWI, driving while intoxicated.
Even so, Jennifer decides to maintain her innocence.
had anything to drink today.
Okay.
But I'm under the legal limit, right?
So under the legal limit just means that you're under the legal limit. It shows that there's alcohol in your system, so you are still technically intoxicated. Like if you were to be out driving right now, you could still be charged for DWI.
Well, at least she's not. So what does that have to say with her
Oklahoma has a
job?
zero tolerance policy for drunk drivers, and even being slightly under the limit can land you in trouble. Although this isn't a traffic stop, it should be clear enough indication that Jennifer should not be at work, let alone in a classroom full of kids. But Jennifer still says she hasn't had a drink at work, and in typical Karen style, she demands to know who accused her.
This makes me mad for somebody to say that I had stuff here. I've never, and I know it's a small town.
Yeah, like Major Mallinson was saying that we're not privy to that information. We just get
Privy.
a call and come do it. You know what I mean?
We're not privy. We not privy.
She's not gonna come back if she's not willing to give me a letter of resignation. And that's something you'll work out between with her. But from a legal standpoint, I'm going to go ahead and make the arrest.
The school is trying to make
Damn.
this as painless as possible by giving Jennifer the opportunity to resign. If she doesn't, she could be fired, which would not only create an embarrassing situation, it could affect her chances of getting another teacher's job elsewhere.
I have not had any, that's what I'm saying. I haven't had anything today.
Okay. Well, again, I don't know your drinking habits.
All right, but well, what time did you go to sleep last
And if
night?
they run with a normal VAC of, say, about a .06 or 0.8, that's what feels normal to them.
Okay, from a legal standpoint, you're still intoxicated. When I checked your eyes for horizontal gaze nystagmus, you had every clue. You had the lack of equal pursuit, you had the onset of nystagmus prior to 45 degrees, and you had nystagmus at max deviation. If I had pulled you over, I'm going to be honest with you, you'd have been arrested for driving under the influence. No, today you're going to be arrested for public intoxication.
I'd just like to know who reported, and I did not drink today.
Well, I'm going to tell you from a legal standpoint, when people call in and report a crime, of any crime.
So public intoxication, that shit's kind of stupid, because you can't be intoxicated in public in most places in the U.S., but most places in the U.S. sell alcohol and will sell to you until the point that you're intoxicated. So what the fuck? Like what? What? Like, okay, I understand if you're intoxicated and you causing a disturbance, then boom, public intoxication. But she don't seem like she causing a disturbance. You know what I'm saying? Get fired from the job, understand, cool. You can't be at a school, look like she at a school, drunk. You can't do that. But I don't think she should get arrested.
Right. We're not
lose her job and not be able to work at a school again, yes. But be arrested, no, that's kind of excessive.
I understand that.
If you think things couldn't get any worse for Jennifer, think again. As it turns out, her own child is a pupil at this very school.
In terms of your employment here, Jennifer, we can't move forward with you being a teacher here any longer.
Okay, I would like to resign. Can I not be handcuffed out, please?
The police department operates under policies and procedures, and I can't treat you any more different than anybody else, or we're setting ourselves up for liability.
My child is in the 3rd grade hall.
Where's the classroom window at? It doesn't face out to this parking lot right here?
I don't
know.
know.
Okay, we'll be okay. Your ID be in here?
Yeah, I can get it.
I'll get it for you. You're in custody.
She got to be handcuffed, but the handcuffs don't have to be.
But even in the face of her arrest, her fellow teachers allow her some dignity and promise to handle the situation as delicately as possible. A noble decision, especially when you consider that she could have been endangering the lives of dozens of children.
Go ahead and put your hands in front of you with your thumbs facing up, please.
Is this going to go on the news?
Chances are it will, Jennifer. I don't have control over what they put on the news, but there's a good chance that news reporters will probably show up. I will be as discreet as I can in terms of
you're going on the news and to jail. You're going on the news.
And hopefully this will be the last time
Ooh,
too.
going on the
Despite
news
the teachers swearing they
and to
handle
jail.
things as discreetly as possible, the case did make the news, which is at least another step to making sure our kids are never put in the care of dangerous people like this.
What is this? Woman gets caught trying to destroy drugs in the back of police car. What's this? When evil parents realize they've been arrested. Is it? Can I watch this? Is this copyright? Can I watch this? I feel like I should be able to watch this because he posted it. Can I watch this? I'm trying to watch this. Okay, but listen, I don't own this, obviously. So for copyright purposes, I'm new to this. Hopefully, I'm not breaking no rules. If I am, I apologize. But this belongs to Dr. Insanity. All right, this is a different type of content. That's why I say that, because I know I was just reacting, but that's Karens, and I've posted Karens, and I ain't got no copyright. So All right, let's look at this, because I'm not gonna lie, I fall asleep to shit like this. I do.
Killed, the parents are usually mortified, creating some of the saddest moments in the interrogation room. But what happens when instead it's a child's own parents who are the secret killers?
Is he dead? You tell me. Gotta be dead.
Here are 4 examples of killer parents who did the unthinkable and got caught red-handed. Starting with the mother who got so high, she ended up with her daughter's blood on her hands. This is the aftermath of a tragic incident that left a child dead. When officers arrived on the scene, they were met by the distraught driver. However, they quickly discovered there was something much more sinister at play.
Yeah, she does meth.
She don't know if she's in this world or not.
Who else was in the car?
She was.
Okay.
The baby that's in the back, lifeless.
Chastity was driving eastbound on Jasper Road in Newton Township, Pike County, Ohio, and in the car with her were her 2 daughters, aged 7 and 5 years old. She tries to explain what happened in the lead up to the crash.
So where were you coming from today then, right now, before the crash?
Where do you come from?
When you were driving on the road, where did you leave from?
The house.
You left your house?
Yeah.
Where were you going?
To Christie's and I'm from the store.
Christie's and in the store?
Yeah.
Okay.
What happened with the crash? Do you remember it at all?
I turned my head and looked at the girls to talk to them. We were fighting, and I just turned my head.
In that split second, she lost control of the vehicle, with the official press release saying that she drove off the left side of the roadway, ramping over a driveway, striking a utility pole and a tree before coming to a final rest in the field. It turns out her 7-year-old daughter wasn't wearing a seatbelt, which is required for anyone in a moving vehicle.
Yeah,
although her 5-year-old daughter survived unharmed, her 7-year-old suffered fatal injuries and died at the scene. But it wasn't just a lack of care that caused the crash itself. And as you can see, Chastity's behavior tells the officer she is under the influence and a danger behind the wheel.
So you haven't
Yeah, I don't think she's drunk though. I don't think she's drunk. That's not. I mean, she might have alcohol in her system, but I don't think she's drunk.
All right. Well, I'm going to run you through a few field sobriety tests here. Okay. We want to check your eyes first.
She might be drunk. Hold on, let me see.
Horizontal gaze.
Chastity had a history of drug abuse, and if she was high at the time she crashed, then she would be facing some serious criminal charges. Field sobriety tests can be hard when you're sober, but when you're drunk, they're a nightmare. While conducting this test, the officer noticed something about the suspects that needed explaining.
How do you ingest your pills and your meth when you take them? Do you snort them?
I told y'all. I said meth. I told you this heifer was on meth. That's meth. That's a meth face. Look at this. Look at this. That's a meth mouth. You see that? That's meth mouth. Right there. Meth mouth.
Years ago? Yeah. Did you used to snort Xanax or something?
Yeah.
Okay. How long ago has it been since you done that?
About 5 days when they did that.
About 30 minutes, 35 minutes.
Marijuana or anything like that today?
Xanax is popular with those who suffer from anxiety and depression, but it also is popular with users who snort it for a quicker high. One side effect of snorting it, loss of nasal hair, which tells the officer she uses it a lot. The cop decides to proceed with the final test, the one that will seal Chastity's fate.
Start it whenever you're ready.
The worst part about her going to jail is she gonna have to withdraw in jail. That's prison, cause that's a death. Prison. She gonna have to withdraw in prison.
Not pregnant at all? Okay.
Actually, that time right now, month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Turn around for me.
That time of month. She just looks like she's above the age of menopause, right? Like that time of the month shouldn't be a thing for her no more. Like.
As of November 2023, Chastity is facing some serious felony charges, including first-degree aggravated vehicular homicide, third-degree endangering children, first-degree involuntary manslaughter, and reckless homicide. But compared to the next killer parent, Chastity looks like a saint.
Is he alive? He's dead. Oh, good. Oh, thank you.
When 62-year-old Cynthia suffered a stroke, she was taken in by her daughter, Laura, who felt she could keep a closer eye on her at home. On the surface, Laura's California home seemed to be the perfect place to be. As she settled into her new surroundings, she realized just how bad things were. Laura's husband, Jeward, was a well-known and respected figure in the local community, but was also a very strict father who used military-style training to keep everyone in check. Cynthia was against the way he brought up her grandkids, and they frequently argued about it.
That ain't got nothing to do with you. You ain't the mammy or the daddy.
Why do you say that?
That's the big thumbs down. You didn't like it.
Jeward had his own issues with Cynthia. She was a smoker, and when Jeward caught her with a cigarette, he had a unique way of making her stop.
My Aunt Cindy would be on the back patio smoking because she wasn't allowed to smoke in the house. And he would be out there watering, and he would see, oh, where I see smoke, I see fire. Gotta put out the fire, and he would hose my aunt down with the hose. He did it to my cousin, too. To Laura, his wife.
That's excessive.
He would hose her, wet her with the hose because she said something he didn't like.
The relationship deteriorated as the years went on, and on February 11th, 2014, Cynthia snapped. It was the morning of Cynthia's 63rd birthday, and she was planning to celebrate in style. When Jeward saw the outfit she had picked, he made a comment that tipped Cynthia over the edge.
You can't go like that because it looks like you're ghetto.
What?
Cynthia had only recently purchased a revolver, and now she finally found an excuse to use it. She went to her bedroom, grabbed the weapon, and shot 5 rounds into Jeward, who was in the garden at the time. Then she went for breakfast at a local Denny's and celebrated her birthday at a casino as if nothing had happened. Neighbors quickly called in the shots, and cops later found Jeward dead on the kitchen floor of his home, leaving Cynthia to become the lead suspect in the investigation. Detectives caught up with her at a coffee shop a few hours after her murder, and she was brought in for questioning. Take a look at her frankly laughable attempts to feign ignorance and act upset.
Well, unfortunately, Laura's husband has passed away.
Huh?
Laura's husband was killed today.
He was killed when?
Today. We're gonna ask you some questions.
Listen, she laughing, bro. She not crying. She laughing.
Today, okay?
As the interrogation went on, Cynthia's mask began to slip.
So mean to me and all of them.
He's mean to everybody?
Yes, he is.
Did anybody try to stop him?
Can't stop him.
It sounds like somebody had to stop him. Or...
I did. I was guilty.
Okay. Somebody had to stop him.
I did.
Okay, it's okay.
Is he dead?
You tell me.
Gotta be dead.
Just like that, she admitted to murdering Jeward, but her reaction to finding out Jeward is actually dead is the stuff of nightmares.
Is he dead?
He's dead, man.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh boy.
No matter what Jeward did, he did not deserve to be gunned down and killed in such a brutal way. He was more than just a son-in-law. He was a husband and father, and now a family was left in turmoil. Just watch Laura's heartbreaking reaction after she found out her own mother was the one responsible.
Oh, God. I didn't have to do that. I wanted to. 13 years I wanted to go get him.
This would be the last time they saw Cynthia outside of prison grounds, as she was sentenced to 50 years for the murder of Jeward, meaning she'll undoubtedly die in prison.
Oh, yeah.
At least Cynthia made it easy for the cops, unlike this next killer who did everything she could to cover up her murder.
You know what I find interesting?
What?
How you are right now, how you'd like to climb across this table and clock me.
I wish I could.
In December of 2017, the FBI finally found 5-year-old Jordan Rodriguez in the backyard of his family home. But this would be a discovery that would open Pandora's box of abuse and neglect, and it was down to one phone call.
Cleveland Police Operator Pursley, may I help you?
Hi there, ma'am. I'm calling from overseas, but it's kind of messed up the whole situation, but my brother told me something, and I just can't sleep at night as far as, basically, he told me that something happened with one of the kids, and they didn't call the cops, and basically him and his girlfriend buried the kid in the backyard.
The father, Christopher, was serving time when he called his brother and claimed that he and his wife, Larissa, had found their son Jordan unresponsive and took the decision to bury him in their own backyard. When Larissa's sisters visited her in August 2017, they saw a family living in the most disgusting conditions, and Larissa told her family that Jordan was going to stay with his aunt not long after her sister visited. After the phone call from Christopher's brother, police decided to pay Larissa a call and perform a welfare check.
She's got 5 kids. Are your kids here? You mind if you step in? Okay. Well, we got a call, want us to check on the...
Is she short or just kind of tall as fuck?
4 to 5-year-old.
How many kids are good?
Okay. What can we see? Okay, I believe you.
My oldest one, she's right there.
Rodriguez and his girlfriend, Larissa Rodriguez.
Let me know. Fine.
All right. Hello, kids. Do you have a child with special needs?
Oh, Jordan? Yes, I do.
How old is Jordan?
Jordan, he is just turned 5.
Where's Jordan at?
He's with his dad. He's gonna be visiting for the holiday. He's not here with us right now, for the holiday.
Where's Dad at?
In Texas. He's not even here.
There is no sign of Jordan, and when Larissa is asked, she brushes off any concern and tells the officer he's with his father.
What's his dad's name?
That can't be with a kid.
Do you have a number to Patrick we reached that?
We can call him.
Yeah.
Huh? Right now, I don't have the number because he's just gonna get a new number.
Tell me something about Patrick.
He stays in Texas. I mean, we were together for about 2 years.
What's his last name?
We wasn't together actually too long.
You had a kid
Larissa
with him.
seems to have trouble
So you know
remembering
the
a
last
man
name.
who she
You know
dated
the last
for
name.
2
I don't give a fuck if
years
you don't know
and
how to
had
say
a
it. You
child
know
with.
it.
More worryingly, when asked by police, she could not recall the phone number or any details of where they could be found at the time, which all seems to be rather convenient under the circumstances. The next day, Jordan's body was found, and the autopsy revealed a history of abuse that had been going on for a very long time. Shortly after the gruesome discovery, Larissa was arrested and brought in for questioning, where disgustingly, she continued to play innocent.
When I tell you some things have changed is we did talk with the coroner.
Okay.
And they finished their initial examination, and there are some problems.
Okay.
The problems being Jordan had injuries that were healing on their own without medical help. And you're not being honest about what was happening to this kid.
I mean, I personally I should not be the only one taking full blame for this.
When police asked Larissa about the injuries, she denied being responsible, but the detectives aren't convinced.
How long were you and Chris together?
About 2 years.
When we confront him with Jordan's injuries, is he going to tell us otherwise, that you're the one who did it?
A woman can't do it hit that much harder. And you know what? Anybody can tell you that.
That's not true.
I mean, he's a lot stronger than I am. If he can hit on me, and he can discipline my other kids, but he wouldn't discipline them like he did Jordan.
How does he discipline Jordan?
It was just different. And I used to sit there and tell him, don't do that. You know, I used to get yelled at. My kids all can tell you I defended all my kids. And that's where a lot of me and his arguments came in, because I did defend my kids. And that's where he would put his hands on me.
As the interrogation goes on, Larissa continues to paint a very bleak picture of Christopher, which could be an attempt to make herself out as the victim. It is revealed that in September 2017, Jordan was in a semi-conscious state, but instead of calling an ambulance, they just gave him a cold shower and put him to bed. Tragically, Jordan would never see the light of day, and the couple decided to bury him in the backyard. You won't believe who it was.
What was Christopher's idea? To bury your son in the backyard?
It was my idea, and he just did it. Just because I didn't want Jordan to be far away from me, I just wanted him to be close. I wasn't.
No. Okay? No. Because if you didn't want him to be far away from you, you should have done what you needed to do to keep his ass alive. But you didn't. All right? So none of that. None of that. On top of the fact that even if, let's just say, for some reason he has an issue that couldn't be fixed, a terminal disease or something, get a graveyard near your house. What? I don't understand people.
I'm not ready to let Jordan go. I take the responsibility. I didn't take him to the doctor. That was my fault.
Because you didn't want to be
I
close to
didn't
him.
call the
That's why you didn't take him
when
to the
he
doctor.
needed it. That was my fault.
Because you didn't want to be close to him.
I also had part in putting him there because I just had a baby. So, you know,
care
and
about
I'm
him
feeling
anymore.
depressed. I diagnosed with PTSD, you know, and
probably postpartum.
You still killed your
And,
baby.
you know, I didn't know what to do.
Both Christopher and Larissa
What you
were
did
found
do is
guilty
kill your
on
baby.
charges of involuntary manslaughter with sentences of 28 and 25 years. They knew what they were doing when they neglected sentences
get
of
more time
28
than her?
and 20.
What? The bitch said it was her idea. He just did it. How did he get? And he the one who said something first. How did he get more time than her? What? That makes no sense to me, bro.
They knew
Oh
what
my
they were
God,
doing
that
when
makes
they
no sense
neglected
to
their
me.
responsibility as parents. Unlike this next couple who were so
wild,
high
bro.
on drugs, they didn't even notice when their infant child walked straight into danger. U.S. Route 1, it's one of the busiest highways across America, and the last place you would ever want to find a child wandering alone. But in June 2019, that's exactly what one motorist saw, and they had to do something about it. The whole
Hang tight with him while I pull my car over here, and you can sit in the back of my car for a second. Absolutely is.
Come here.
In 2018, the same family had been involved in an incident where a child called 911, and when the police arrived, they found 2 children alone with a potentially dangerous dog. But even worse, there was a shotgun also in the room with them. If the officer was hoping Yahira and Jacob had cleaned up their lifestyle in the year since he last saw them, then he was in for a major disappointment.
You know, I don't want to say it's that trailer right there, but I was out here for a similar incident, and it was that trailer right there. So we're gonna try to find the mom again.
Same child?
They were younger. They were younger, obviously, at the time, but that's why I'm kind of remembering him. You want to sit in the back of my car real quick? With the blue lights on, we'll put the blue lights on, all right?
The officer kept the child entertained until his parents showed up. And when they finally did, they were a little too out of it to even care.
You recognize me?
No.
You don't recognize me? I was here last time when this happened. You remember that? Yeah. And your son today was in the street walking out on US 1, and luckily some nice ladies saw him and stopped before he got smushed by a friggin' car. What were you guys doing in there?
We were just sleeping.
Just sleeping?
Yeah.
Got them sleeping?
You don't even
That was high as shit.
You can look at it, obviously, but it's disgusting. Like, I didn't even
No,
want to
still
walk in there.
high.
I
Y'all
wanted
just
to
coming
make sure
down
there
slowly.
wasn't another kid in there.
Is this the same kid or a different one?
No, it's the same kid. It's the same kid that called us last time. He's got a younger sister, I think. She's with the grandparents. So we're going to need to call DCF. Or the grandparents.
Eventually,
this dude
I mean, this is just a circus. All I want was the kid to get some clothes and get changed.
What do
You guys couldn't even do that.
What do you think I was doing?
Around, that's what you were doing.
I was putting clothes on. This is not fair at all.
It's not fair. Yeah, it's not fair to your son. That's what it's not fair to. Have a seat.
they later claimed to be taking medication that caused them to fall asleep, and their son had walked out of a broken door. The boy was sent to live with the family, and his parents were booked and given a $5,000 bond. Do you enjoy true crime videos like this? Make sure you're subscribed to see more. This guy is stuck on a railway in a wheelchair, and a train is on its way. This officer needs to act fast if he's gonna save this man's life.
I'll be out the bell stack on the tracks, trying to get him out. Get him.
On the morning of August 12, 2020, Officer Erica Urea found himself patrolling in California near the railroad tracks. But she didn't know that she would be saving a man's life in just a matter of minutes. Suddenly, her attention was drawn to a man in a wheelchair who seemed to be trapped on the tracks just as the crossing arms began to come down, signaling an oncoming train. Recognizing the danger, the officer rushed out of her patrol car and towards the wheelchair-bound man.
When I'm on, I'll be out the bell stack on the tracks, trying to get him out. Go on, can you get up? Get up.
Where's the man? Grab the man!
Luckily, the hero officer managed to pull him out just moments before he would have been crushed by the train. Unfortunately, he got a leg injury during the rescue and had to be taken to a local hospital for more help. However, that's just a minor injury compared to what would have happened if the officer never arrived. This is a perfect example of good cops not hesitating in the face of danger. But what happens when there's a baby at stake?
He's still blinking. He's blinking.
In Sterling Heights, Michigan, just before 11 p.m. on a Thursday, the police received a call to a residence on the 3600 block of Waltham Drive.
My head.
He was the first to arrive on the scene, and he didn't waste a moment. Screams and cries could be heard from the terrified family, and the cop immediately knew he had to act fast.
Let me see the baby. He's still blinking. He's blinking. Okay, hold on. Hold on. There you go. Okay. He's crying. Okay? He's crying. Hey, it's okay. He's crying. He's okay. He's crying. Yeah, she's breathing. She was crying a minute ago. Okay? All right. Okay. Yep, she's okay. All right. Okay. Yep, I can feel she's got a pulse and she's breathing, okay?
With the baby now safe and sound, they could have a conversation with her family,
About what the
understand what
fuck
happened, and calm them down.
You gotta run us through what happened. When did the baby stop breathing?
She's choking.
She started choking on the milk?
Yes.
Okay, she's breathing now.
Can I go, please?
Well, just hold on. Just let them work on her. Make sure she's a stabilizer.
Following this heart-stopping moment, the Sterling Heights Fire Department took over, transporting the baby to his life.
Watch your face. Right here, baby. Right here, baby. Come on. Right here, baby. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on here. Come on here.
Where does he sleep in there? Where does he sleep in there?
Right here.
Where is it?
Right there. His bed's right there.
Wherever he is, grab, because I don't know where his bed is in here.
Owen! Come to the window.
Go in, goddammit!
The deputy remains calm the whole time while the mother panics. He knows that he needs to stay as relaxed as possible if they're going to save the child, but he also knows that time is running out. Another deputy arrives and they work together to try and find the child. They could hear the boy groaning and coughing, so they knew he was in the room, but they couldn't figure out exactly where.
Where
You figure out if you go in there.
I can't see where he is.
Buddy, come on. Come to this light, bud. Buddy, I need you to come to the light, man.
Where you at, bud?
The light, bud.
Go inside the fucking building. Ooh, they about to piss me off. Ooh, they about to piss me off. Ooh, they about to piss me off. Ooh, they about to piss me off.
So
That's
they need
bullshit.
the child to come to
That's
them.
bullshit. The likelihood of them finding him if he goes in there will be slightly higher than them being outside. I know they probably got him at the end of the day, but like I would have went inside. Just be honest with you, I would have held my breath. Everyone ran up in there.
What's his name?
Hey, right here. Come here. Get up, bud.
Where's he at? Right here.
After about 3.5 minutes of urgently calling for Owen, the child finally appeared, and the cops immediately sprung into action and reached into the smoke to pull him to safety. They don't even stop for a moment to consider their own safety. Their only concern is the child.
Come here. Reach out to us. Keep coming. Come on, come here. Give me your hand.
Oh, he on the ground. That's a smart kid.
Come on.
Stand up, you bastard. Help me help you. God damn it. He probably weak than a motherfucker though. His shit, he ain't been getting good air. He smoke inhalation.
Hey, buddy, talk to me.
Hey, you all right?
Just grab the airbag. Just grab an airbag.
They're coming.
The child is immediately carried away from the building and given oxygen. He's unresponsive at first, but that's normal given the horrible ordeal that he's just gone through. The deputies stay with him until the paramedics took him to the hospital, where he made a full recovery thanks to these extremely brave officers. The fire might have been started from a fire pit that a family member lit before they went inside and dozed off while the fire was still burning. Eventually, the flames spread and reached the house. Good cops and quick responses saved this child's life. There's no telling what might have happened if he hadn't located him in time. Children aren't the only ones who need saving though, and this time the clock is ticking.
4-4, we got one now. He's having a seizure. We need EMS in 1018.
2 Austin police officers responded to a call about a truck completely engulfed in flames with someone trapped inside. Obviously, they had to move quickly before the
Why is it doing that? I think I see your phone problem. Yeah, you might just want to leave the stream and join back.
vehicle completely exploded.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, just fix it.
It has to be incredibly hot around the truck, but the cop isn't going to let that stop him.
Probably not going to too much longer. I'm starting, but these are not starting. I have a headache.
Hey, man. Woo.
With the door open, one officer begins to pull the man out of the vehicle while the other attempts to put out some of the flames around the door. They want as safe an exit as possible for the man, but they quickly figure out that the fire extinguisher isn't helping. The fire is just too hot, and it's completely enveloped the truck, and there's no way to
hurry up before that bitch get to that gas tank.
That's hot. Come on. Come out. Get out. Help me get him real quick. Come on. Come on. Come on.
How did this even happen? How did we get here?
Pull.
Oh, he must have passed out.
They managed to pull the man from the vehicle and soon realized why he was unresponsive. It's a lot more than just shock.
Oh, he having a seizure.
Turn him over. He's having a seizure. 4-4, we got one now. He's having a seizure. We need EMS in
1018.
The seizure changes the situation and the cops immediately call for medics. This is a great example of how officers have to be able to respond to anything at a moment's notice. They thought they were only dealing with a car on fire, but now there's a man having a seizure. All they can do is respond in the best way possible and continue to help the man in any way until the EMTs arrive.
We're not gonna do anything with it. Hey, get everyone away from me. Hey, help me pull him over there. We got fire. 2, 3.
Unless he doesn't stop seizing, don't touch him. Like, leave his ass right there. That's what I would do. Hey, look, we just gonna leave. Okay, he's back. Okay.
You're good. You're good. You're good.
A would-be good Samaritan then arrives with another fire extinguisher, but the officers instruct him to stay away. They don't want to put any more civilians in danger. The entire time, you can see how they put everyone's safety before their own. They are the ones who are trained for these conditions, and it can often make things even more complicated by having a civilian interfere.
Yeah, hey, get away from it. It's not gonna do nothing. That's not gonna do nothing. It's not gonna help. Over here. Get over there. Over there. You're okay. You're okay. 4-4, the vehicle's completely engulfed.
EMTs arrived a few minutes later, and the man was taken to the hospital. And just minutes later, the vehicle completely exploded. It seems like the officers got there just in time. But this time, instead of technology, it's the forces of nature that put a time limit on this case.
Come on, baby. She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
Officers arrived at the bank of the Utah River to find that a car had completely overturned into it. On arrival, they didn't know if anyone was still inside, and to make things worse, it was the middle of winter and the car was freezing. Anyone still in the car wasn't going to last long, meaning whatever they were going to do, they needed to act fast.
What have you got? What have you got?
Several cops surround the vehicle. They're trying to find any possible way to get into the car, but the doors won't budge, and too much of the car is underwater. But they have to keep trying. It's going to be difficult, but they can't give up until they know that the car is empty.
Can we put her back unknown or anything?
Man, they're both on that side. Looks like one of them threw coming up. We can try, I don't know. Whoa, east side.
Eric, get over here, Beddoes.
The only thing that they can do is try to flip the car. It seems impossible, but they don't have any other choice. They need to know if anyone is inside. It has to be getting colder and colder in there, and they can't afford to wait. Hypothermia can develop in as little as 5 minutes, depending on the conditions, and they don't know how long the car has been there.
We're helping. We're coming. Eric, get down here and re-enter and flip it. Let's go, guys. Come on. Let's go, guys.
Yeah. Fuck. Yeah. Did he do it?
We gotta keep going with it. Yeah.
You can make contact with.
Can you flip it out?
I'm not seeing any movement.
Miraculously, they're able to push the car onto its side, but they're far from finished. They still don't see any signs of movement, and they don't have a way of getting in yet. Next, they bring in a winch to try and lift the car more. They're hoping that if they can get more of the car out of the water, they might be able to get inside.
Here's somebody right there.
Where's the winch at?
Oh, this ain't no movement.
You need to hook winch on this side, though.
Before they lift the car any further, they catch sight of something that makes their hearts drop and causes things to become much more urgent.
Anybody hear us? Oh! God, there's a baby. Oh, fuck. There's a bear.
Brian. Brian, get up here, though. Get up here.
Flip the fucking
There's
car.
a baby still in the car, and they don't know how much longer it has. The water is freezing cold, so while the officers continue to hold the car, a firefighter at the scene manages to get the door open and climb into the vehicle.
All right. What do you need me, Paul? You need to go to the shore? I got this door. Hand him out, Paul.
Hang on. Don't move it.
What's the line? Wait, don't fall.
All right, hang on. We got guys in.
Got one in the car. Anybody got scissors to cut the belt? Yeah, right here, scissors.
The baby's seatbelt is still engaged, and they
Oh,
don't
hell
have
yeah.
time to try and unlock it.
Yeah, the baby
fastest
seatbelt
thing
on.
to do
Fuck
is
yeah.
cut through the belt. Everyone there has to be panicking now. They don't even know if the baby is still conscious, but they continue to remain calm and do their jobs. After several tense seconds, the baby is cut free.
Here you go.
Got it? Got it? Here, pass her up, pass her up. Pass her up. Here, right here, right here.
Go.
Come on, baby. She's definitely hypothermic. She's freezing.
The officer wastes no time in getting the baby to the hospital. If it has hypothermia, then it needs immediate attention. They needed to get it into dry clothes and warmed up as soon as they can. Luckily, the baby was rescued in time and the doctors were able to save it. But sometimes, there isn't even time to take someone to the hospital.
Get him on the ground. Sir. He's not breathing.
These Florida
joking
cops
or is
came
he
upon
high?
a man unconscious in a vehicle on the
ODing.
side of the road. By the
That's
time they
OD.
got to him, he was already in bad shape.
That's
They
OD.
didn't even know
You
what the
can-
problem
he's
was, and there was no
overdosing.
time
Give
to
him
call
some
for help.
Narcan.
They had to act right then.
Let me pull him out. Get him on the ground. Get him on the ground. Sir.
Yeah, his body shut down. Give him
I don't know.
Narcan.
You just picked him up?
Yeah, he's like, I need some money. Can you put me to work? And I said, yeah.
We've got a pulse. He's breathing, so.
The cops have to first figure out what's going on. The man is barely breathing and totally unresponsive, but that doesn't really narrow it down, and every second that they waste could mean this man's life.
He's not breathing. I don't know if drug related.
It's probably drug related, and Narcan doesn't hurt if it's not drug related. So test it and find out.
I can't see his eyes. Yeah, they're pinpoint.
One officer wonders if it's drug related, so they check his eyes and find out that they are pinpoint. This means that his pupils are very constricted and don't respond to changes in light, which is a clear sign of an overdose. That combined with the lack of breathing lets the officers know that they're on the right track. So now that the problem is identified,
as soon as I heard him,
to fixing it, which is a lot
yeah, he's
than it sounds.
100% overdosing.
Go left nostril. 5-6 Narcan.
Probably gonna have to hit his ass like twice.
One officer
Maybe like
proceeds
3
to rub
times
the
with
man's
that shit.
chest, a method that is meant to stimulate them awake, while the other administers the Narcan into the man's nostril. Narcan, or naloxone hydrochloride, is a drug designed to reverse an overdose. The cops are obviously well trained in responding to these situations, and they manage to administer the Narcan in less than 2 minutes of being with the man.
Go ahead. Put it on. There you go. There we go. Hold on. All right.
He probably took something that was laced.
After the Narcan, the next step is to stimulate the victim's breathing. The officers accomplish this using an air pump that is specially designed for this type of situation. Once again, the officers knew exactly what to do. It's amazing how much knowledge they need just to do their jobs, and use the pump until the paramedics arrived at the scene.
Hey man, shout out to these cops though. You know?
Barely breathing. You just start to take a breath. There he is. 3 minutes.
Within a few minutes, the man was breathing on his own and doing much better. Thanks to the officers' quick thinking and excellent training, the man's life was saved. He was already on his last breaths when they got to him, and he wouldn't have lasted much longer. Now let's move on to our last case, which might be the most intense of them all.
MJ, can you hear me? MJ, come on, buddy. MJ! It's the police! It's okay, buddy, come on!
Wisconsin officers responded to a fire and arrived to find a building completely engulfed in flames. As if the situation wasn't already stressful enough, they were informed that a child was still trapped inside, and there was no way for the cops to get in.
Information about a child trapped. Can you tell me what the report is?
Yeah, that's
Copy that. Mobile home line.
Should be 1-426. Where's the kid? Where's the kid?
Back bedroom. I tried to smash out the window.
They know the kid was inside, but they don't know where. They do everything they can to try and find the child, but the flames and smoke make it difficult to see or hear anything. They need to locate the boy as soon as possible before he passes out from the smoke. If they can't come to them, then they may never get him out.
Hey, kid, are you in here? Hello?
Dispatch from
Hello?
3 PD station.
Come on.
Hello! Police! Anyone in there, buddy? Come on, man! What's the kid's name? What's the kid's name? MJ! MJ! Hey, back up! Get out of here! Back up!
Can you hear me?
MJ!
MJ, can you hear me?
MJ, come on, buddy!
MJ! It's the police!
It's okay, buddy, come on!
MJ!
The child has to be terrified, so the cops hope that hearing his name will make him respond. They're doing everything they can to let the boy know that they're trying to work to help him, but nothing seems to be working. The odds are completely against them, but they are determined to save the child.
MJ! Oh, hey, MJ, come here!
MJ, come on, buddy! MJ, it's okay, buddy, come on!
MJ, this way! MJ!
MJ, come on!
MJ!
You okay up? You call me?
MJ! Hey! You're right here, buddy! Buddy, you're right there!
Did you get him?
He's right here!
Is he down or what?
He's right there! He's lying down! MJ, come on! Come here! Come to the window, buddy!
Is he awake?
Take your belt off!
You can hear the total desperation in their voices. They are not going to let the child go. They'd never forgive themselves if they didn't get to him. Finally, realizing that he's going to have to go through the window, one of the officers starts taking off his belt. They are risking everything for the kid.
Think about that.
Help him. Help him. Come on in. Somebody give me. Come on.
I'm gonna rip out the rest of this window.
Go for it.
Watch out. Break it.
Buddy, watch out. Let's me hold this up.
Gotta go.
Hold this up.
You're gonna do it now. Come on, let's go.
The officer reaches through the window, but he still can't get to the child. The flames make it impossible, and he's not wearing any protective gear. If he goes in, then he might not come back out.
No, he'll come out. Unless like some shit collapses. Like he'll probably come out.
Come on, Cooper, out.
He still tries everything he can before a firefighter arrives on scene.
Oh, fuck
now
yeah.
they have someone who can go into the building.
Watch the top. Back, yeah. Give him light. He's on the floor to your right. Down to the right. His name's MJ.
MJ.
That's not. I don't know where he went.
Right.
I heard him.
He's trying to get him right now.
Get up there, Hawk. Get up there. I got him. Go to the front.
The officer wastes no time in getting the child medical help. He seems barely conscious and needs oxygen as soon as possible. The boy had been in heavy smoke for an extended period of time, and they don't know the full effects yet. Just 5 to 10 minutes of oxygen deprivation due to smoke is known to cause permanent brain damage.
Okay.
Walk this way. Watch your hose. You okay, MJ, buddy? Yeah, he's trying. You're okay, MJ. You're doing good, buddy.
Throughout this whole time, you can hear how much these officers care about the child. They're doing everything in their power to make sure that he's okay. This is what good cops do. They put the needs of others before their own, just like these officers. Never once did you see them hesitate or hold back. They did their jobs to the best of their ability.
I like how calm she
is.
is.
His name's MJ, Michael James or something like that. 3 years old. He's in the back
bedroom.
Back bedroom.
It came in hot.
Thanks to their heroic work, along with the fire department, the officers were able to save the child. Not even a building completely engulfed in flames could stop these hero cops from doing what they needed to do.
I'm probably about to end. All right. Well, my head hurts, which is not good. But I work today, so I think something's better than nothing. All right. I'm gonna figure out this whole streaming on both. Excuse me, on shorts and this. I'm gonna figure that out, or I might just stream to shorts tomorrow and just do the reaction stuff. I might do that. I don't know. We'll figure it out. All right. Well, if you're looking at this in the later time, have a great day.